Hello everybody. I decided why not do something, not even a get ready with me, just like a crazy random makeup look behind the scenes. I feel like I need to get some stuff off of my chest. And I think this is gonna be a conversation about the lessons in life, I guess. We'll see where it takes me. So I decided to do a look on this Lost Farms gummy. I'm inspired by the art. Like, I don't know who the artist is, but the detail of this is amazing. My topic today is about perfectionism.
Let's go.
So yes, I honestly have a problem being a perfectionist. I went through this whole process with a therapist and stuff at the time, and she diagnosed me with generalized anxiety disorder and OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. With anxiety and OCD, going hand in hand, it's a bad combo. I'm just saying that there's a lot of different feelings that become apparent when we have these kinds of issues, these mental problems, literally. Right now I'm trying to understand my body and my mind a little better. And I think the problem that I have with perfectionism is that it actually hinders me. You guys would think oh, you're lying. No, bitch, I don't put up as much content as I'd like to. I have so much content that I like to put up again, but I haven't had the means to. So it's a bunch of stuff. Right now what I'm doing is I'm just sculpting out the brow. Sorry if I keep looking up at the camera. I have to so that I can know if it's recording this part or not. We're literally just giving it kind of a platform for the makeup to start. Elf is look at me. Elf is the best. I think Elf is probably one of the better drugstore brand out there. So this idea of perfectionism, it honestly is my worst enemy. I didn't realize how bad of a perfectionist I can't even talk, oh my gosh. That I've been. But yeah, this kind of mentality I've lived with for literally my entire life. And it's very stressful because, again, being a perfectionist, you really feel like nothing is ever enough. For me, I'm never satisfied with anything that I put out, anything that I do. I feel like it's just literally all bullshit. I don't give myself enough credit for the things that I do and the things that I've done. Period. And that's not actually good.
I don't know how to be kind to myself.
I'm learning. We'll come back to the brows later. This is my cat every day, at least twice a day. I still haven't decided what type of style I wanted to go with. I just want to be experimental. This is where it's kind of hindering me personally as an artist. I overthink, and that's also, I think, another part of being a perfectionist. You want to make sure that the plan goes the way you want it to. But honestly, with being creative, that's the one thing I realize, and that's what I've been told so many times. You cannot expect perfection when it comes to your creations. If you expect that, then it's not ever gonna work because you're gonna keep expecting too much and then it gets
heavy.
White Russian, what does that make you feel? Let's see, because it's saying dank, spicy. It doesn't even give you a good description of what the strain tastes like. This is, come on, Lost Farms. Y'all can do better with the description of what White Russian gives you. The White Russian is actually the flavor.
I'm so sorry.
White Widow is the strain. So White Widow, I have tried it. It's a really balanced feeling. Again, I don't know. I'm not trying to overthink this process. I think it's whatever comes to my head. So this is what's important, guys. Take note from me, okay? Please correct me if I'm wrong. When it comes to feeling a sense of perfectionism, you really just have to do it. Doesn't matter what your mind is telling you. You literally just have to be like, "F it, I'm just doing it, whatever.
Let's just do it."
It's better to do something and fail at it as opposed to not even trying it at all. And I think that also applies to my music right now because TBH, I don't know what's been going on. There's just always constant challenges as a singer. I'll admit, I haven't really given myself the time and the practice. I'm trying to get back into a place where I can prioritize myself, I can be less harsh on myself, and kind of really just start growing as an artist. It sucks. I don't like feeling like this, but I will say that you have to give yourself a break and you have to understand that these things take time. You're not just gonna get up one day and be like,
oh my gosh, yeah, I'm gonna totally do this.
No, it takes practice. It's literally a change of lifestyle, a change of habit. If you don't struggle with perfectionism, I'm so proud of you and I'm very jealous of you. This is something that's been ingrained in my brain for just the lifetime that I've lived. And I need to change this habit of mine so that I can get out of my head because I like to be in my head and then I stop myself myself from pursuing anything, whether that's this, whether that's content creating to the max. I've just been so discouraged these days, and I don't know if that's just something I need to be like kind of digging a little deeper in with myself. There's just a lot that I feel. All right, I'm seeing dark and then light. We gotta get out of the dark to see the light, right? I have this old ColourPop eyeshadow palette. I think I'm gonna go with a little bit of the black to give it that outline of what I'm looking for. I will say with makeup, it's so expressive that everyone's gonna interpret it in a different way. I'm gonna get this tiny little brush. I'm seeing like a bowling ball, freaking coconut. I see coffee. I see a freaking mink on the picture. I'm trying to get a sense. Where are they? You know? I'm sure there's so many of us out there, especially if you're trying to also be like a content creator and like other things on the side. It can be quite stressful dealing with this type of mentality because it kind of just eats you up more than anything. You see, I'm already doing something super random. The cool thing about makeup is you can do whatever you want. You can restart it, you can add on to it, you could take off. Trust the process as we go. Something that's important to keep in mind is if you are able to learn to trust yourself in the process, there's nothing to really worry about because things are gonna work out at the end. That is all that matters. This process might be difficult right now, and this is literally the epitome of life. We'll both get through this. Don't worry about it. The whole point of this is really just to give you guys encouragement because I know it can be tough. For me, it's a matter of getting over the fear of failure, fear of judgment. As much as I'm preaching like, yeah, no judgment, we're human, you know? What do we expect? Like, we're all going to judge each other. And as much as we say we don't want to, it still happens. This is quite crazy. I've never done a design like this. Obviously, I'm not done. Something like this. Pretty much the parts I want to clean up are the parts that I'm working on right now. Things to consider when you are concealing like this. The brush is always going to matter. A lot of the times for these mini parts, I have different size brushes. You always want to use a flat brush for these kinds of cut creasing because if you use a brush that has volume, it doesn't give you this clean cut. It'll give you the imprints of the brush. If you're hitting the corner, I would recommend a smaller type of brush. It's really the work of detail. This shouldn't be seen as something negative. Even if you don't like it, you guys should still appreciate what's being put out. I'm gonna go in with one of these sparkly yellows, just right in the inner corner, and then I'm gonna start shading it a little bit darker. I think I'm gonna get one of these. I tend to reuse the brushes I've already used so that I don't have to clean so many. Almost feeling like an Egyptian queen.
Hello, Cleopatra.
Every makeup look that I've done kind of gives me this like old Egyptian type of style. I'm wondering, bitch, if that's the type of life I lived before, then okay. Grab another brush. Oh wow, look at this. It is coming out pretty good. The creative aspect is coming out. That's what we're looking for here, okay? The cool thing about this black is that it really gives the essence of something crazier than it needs to look. Black is such a statement in itself. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in with another brush. Ooh, I like it. We need something a little bit smaller. In the meantime, I'm just gonna clean up the edges. So actually I need to outline this back. Whoa! I almost dropped this thing on my white t-shirt. Just like not trying to mess up. Ew! There's a freaking fly on my thing. Ew! Go away. What kind of fly is this? A baby fly literally landed on my freaking napkin. What?
Die, bitch.
Sorry. I hate bugs with a freaking passion. So this part's gonna be a little messy. I don't know. Again, I'm just doing whatever the f I'm feeling. But I wanted to cut it a little bit shorter right here. Okay, I'm gonna need like 10 more freaking Q-tips for this. Something I also hate doing when I am by myself not going anywhere like this is that I do all this makeup and then I'm like,
oh, that's it.
This looks like a painting in itself. Very interesting. I think the very last part before I even put on lashes and stuff, I'm gonna be trying to do graphic lining. I get really nervous when I do graphic lining because this is already a lot, right? But putting this on here, that's a done deal for me because you can fix this. You cannot fix graphic liner on top of eyeshadow because once you mess up, you're gonna have to fill that in and it's gonna take super long to get that prepared in itself. Trust me, I've tried. If you guys have better tips on that, please teach me. Graphic liner. Usually, I don't overcomplicate the graphic liner because it can be a hit or miss with this. Oof. Okay, I'm debating. This is the hard part.
This is the corner.
Here we go. I didn't do too badly. Oh man, that was so difficult. But I did it!
For one eye.
It's bleeding a little bit. It's not okay, but it's okay. I'm not too happy with it. It's still a little bit like, That's pretty awesome. I did something. Because it's a fold, you do want it to dry before you freaking bend your eye. It's the test of having steady hands. I'm gonna do black just to clean up the look and then hope for the f***ing best. Okay guys, now this got interesting. Guys, ew! I literally opened the window for a quick second and there's these tiny little f***ers that are cut that I literally have like 20 of them. I hate them so fucking much. This is literally the epitome of me. What is happening?
Ew!
I have never dealt with that in my life. I don't have words for it. If the world were ending and they're like, oh, you have to, no, just let the world end. I'm not gonna touch the bugs.
Nope.
Now I'm just gonna fill in my brows. Keep thinking about it and I get grossed out. I'm just like,
No, Mitch.
time to, I guess, put on the foundation. Oh my god, I'm sweating though. I'm shooketh right now still. Good thing I found out where it came from because the minute I did, I was like, I am closing that. I am not letting no fucking critters come in my house again. I have a freaking animal in here. I do not want them to come to my animal. That will be a nightmare and a half. That was surely one of the top moments I've ever had trying to make a video. I literally can't talk anymore because of what happened. Oh my god, okay. Guys, I'm scared of everything. That's what this has become into. Just a fear video. I am for sure gonna be back. I'm gonna powder, I'm gonna put the lashes, and boom, that's it. Okay, this is kind of the final look. This is annoying. It's supposed to be up here, but because my nose is so small, we're just making it work. It's not gonna stay, but the whole theme of this was for Lost Farms. I don't know if I necessarily hit it in the ballpark. I just put in this fucking fake hair. I'm just gonna say this, it's not attached, but it looks so legit. I do want you guys to see the length of this beauty. This is the look, whatever, and I still did it in the nick of time.
Nick of time, baby.
So the whole point of this was just to show you guys that although if you have like a perfectionist mind like me, you can still do it. This isn't like the best look that I've ever done in my life. I don't even know if I really like this look. You see how it's like, ugh, makes me so mad. Graphic lining is still something that I'm working on. All right, well, bye.
Hope you like your freedom. Love a man and leave 'em. Damn, you made me go through withdrawal. High off your touch. Miss you too much, like a drug, like a drug.